Back in this hotel, packing up the bikes. We're packing up our bikes in Taiwan. We're about to fly to South Korea, and I thought I might just do a quick little bike packing, literally, how to. It was a big hassle when we started, but we've gotten a bit more efficient at it. We will still try to travel by ferry between countries wherever possible, but where that doesn't happen, we've got a bit of a system now, and it works pretty well. So I'll just share the steps we go through generally to pack. This is an extra large bike, so I have to deconstruct it quite a bit. With Tina's, we can leave the rear wheel and the rear pannier rack on. And what we're looking for is put the saddle down, remove the cranks, and tuck the cranks up in this area here. And then to make a sandwich by tying the forks onto one side, facing inwards, protecting the front brake caliper, and then tying the handlebars on the other side. So I'll individually show each piece now. So first thing, remove the front wheel and then zip tie the fender. We use reusable zip ties, and so we just carry them around with us all the time. They're brilliant, better than volley straps because you can't get jostled and break off. We undo the stem bolts and the steerer nut, but we don't undo this because then that maintains the handlebar angle. And as you'll see when I make a little bike sandwich at the end, that will just lock into place. All the bits from the headset go into a little Ziploc bag with travel screws written on it, and we also carry that around with us. So we've always got the same things when it comes to packing. So the fork is out. Make sure you end up with the top assembly. This is integrated, the dust protector and the top cap, but they may be separate for you. So we get that. Make sure you pull out the top bearing and the bottom bearing, which is actually here. And that is all the pieces for me. So they all stay together in the bag. There's a few things I loosen off without unbolting. Loosen off the brake calipers, loosen off the brake levers, the bell, the front attachments, and the roll off, just so everything can rotate loosely about the handlebars if there's a knock. So I loosen this bottle cage off and slide it around because this is going to end up touching the bottom. So as you see here, and then this fork on this side, I'll loosen off the frame bag here, and that will just tuck in there. And I don't really have anything in the frame bag besides the tent poles because my bike's too heavy. So I just push the tent poles out of the way, and then that's a little secure area where the caliper is protected. And then I'll just use reusable zip ties to tie this side on, opposing ends pulling, one end here, one end here. So now I've put on reusable zip tie here, reusable zip tie there, and that's just going to stay in place. If I have extra, I can do a further reinforcement across there to hold it three ways, but I don't have enough zip ties. They somehow get lost over time. So now I've flipped this over to the other side, and you just want to find in a way that stresses the cables as little as possible, a way to tie this on to the other side of the sandwich. So this way would work. It's generally only really one. Oh, actually that would work as well. I think we're going to end up keeping it this way because this is angled inwards and it was sticking out more the other way. So now just another couple of cable ties, maybe one here, maybe one here, and that will create the other side of the bike sandwich. And that's now in place. Tighten that down a bit. There we go. With the bike cranks, what I like to do once I've got it off, make sure that any spaces you have, just keep them on the axle. Then I just thread this through the bottom of the bike, one side here, with the cranks facing onto the frame bag. Put the other side in the same orientation. Should say this is not for people that want to keep their bikes pristine, you know. They are going to get scratched and stuff in transit. It's not for carbon bikes. But getting a few scratches on your bike is part of the reality of bike touring. So once that's on there, you can see they're facing the same way. I'll flip them around to the frame bag side and then just tie them on. So what you end up with is a bike sandwich. This just can be lifted up as one piece and then put directly into the bike box, and then just drop the front wheel in wherever it fits. And then you've got a bit of space on the back, which is where I put the tent in my handlebar bag, nestled in the pannier rack. So I end up with 3 bundles. The main bike bundle I showed you before, just this tyre with the fender zip tied to it, and then finally the pannier rack with the pedals zip tied onto it, and then using my existing rock straps to tie the handlebar bag onto it. And then just as a bonus, I've used the existing pannier rack volley strap attachment points to put the front disc brake and tuck it in here. So 3 bits. So there you go, 2 boxes there. This is just too tall, but see this thing rocking back and forth. I'm going to find something to put underneath it, or just close it and hope for the best, which is the stage I normally get to. The helmet, the bag pannier rack bundle down there, and the chair on the bottom. Bonus tip, get your loving partner to adorn your bike box with pictures of dinosaurs.
So when we got to Taiwan, someone asked if a kid drew it. And yes, it was me.
A big kid.
These 2 dinosaurs are in love. See?
Please don't leave in the rain.